Welcome back to Second Chance on Love Side B. In this episode, Darice and Mitch share the moment they heard each other's voices again after 30 years. And everything changed from midnight flights and nervous reunions to a love that feels divinely timed. This is a story of healing, second chances, and sacred connection. If you've ever felt like love passed you by, this might just restore your hope. This is part 2 of Darice and Mitch, A Love Rewritten. Okay, yay, here we are again. I'm with Darice and Mitch. They lost each other, found each other over 30 years. Mitch had first reached out with a message to Darice when she was in the depths of despair in a dark hole and needed a light to guide her out of that darkness. And it happened to be Mitch to come to the rescue and reach out to her first. And when you guys actually got to talk on the phone for the first time, what was that like? And what was going through your mind after all those years?
This is crazy.
Do you remember his voice? Did you remember her voice?
Oh my goodness. Yes. So when I first heard him, I was like, oh, because I remember like it comes back to you. And like I go back to that 17-year-old that was like, I can't believe this is Mitch. And I can't believe his voice. And this is totally him. Like his voice had not changed. I didn't feel like it had changed at all. And I- and I was a little bit speechless when we were talking, or when I would hear something, like he would send me a voice text or something, and I'm like, he's in West Virginia, I'm in Utah, which is was perfect actually, because I was going through stuff. And so it was great that he was there and I was here.
Because you need your own space to get through to get to the other side.
Yeah, to go through things and just to figure out life and figure out what I was doing, and just to it was nice to have someone that he was going through stuff too. And so it was kind of nice to have each other.
Well, I must say, Mitch is a miracle.
It's a miracle, and it's my miracle.
Yeah,
I'll tell you.
he's been saved to be with you, because later down the road you were going to need him. It's a spiritual connection that we know that Heavenly Father's had a hand in all of this. So, Mitch, what was it like for you to reconnect with Darice?
For me, when I had no idea the result of actually sending her that first text message.
I don't think anybody has an idea. Like,
I had no idea at the time. I did not know what was going on in her life or where she was at in life or anything. It was just a very polite back and forth conversation.
messages. Yeah. There was no like, hey, what are you doing in your life? Hey,
Right, yeah.
like,
Yeah.
let's reconnect. Hey, let's do this. None of that. It was more of, oh my gosh, how are you? Like,
Yeah.
how have you been? Like, what's your life been like? Kind of
Yeah.
thing. And it wasn't like, hey, let's go on a date tomorrow. Yeah. Kind of like just a friend, like a friend.
Old friends are the best.
Yeah. Yeah.
And to me, though, old friends are the best. But very early on, I just felt like, you know what? This is very, very special. So what you want to do is you just want to sit tight, act like a good, respectful friend, and give her as much space as she needs. And
He totally did that.
So-
Like, there was like just conversation between us was great. And it wasn't, he's helping me through a hard time that I was going through. And I had other friends that were helping me through. And so it was really special to have someone that cared for me and that was really sweet to me. And I did not have a ill feel in my body for him. Like, there was no, you left me at the, there was none of that really. It was more of, we went our separate ways, and our separate ways were totally different.
And it made you who you are today.
Yeah. When I would spend time, as I was writing the initial text, when I had found her in Messenger, it has a little caricature up at top where you can click on it and you can bring up the Facebook profile. And I was like, oh, let's watch some of the videos she has in there. And she's given a speech for Optavia as a coach, and it was phenomenal, like phenomenal. And so after not the first text, but it was like a little ways down the line, I said, hey, Just to give some credibility to my compliment, I graduated with honors with a degree in communication studies from Portland State University.
Wow.
And I was the assistant director at Custom and Border Protection's Advanced Training Center over leadership development. And so this has some credibility to this compliment. And I went over in detail all the things in her speech that was just crazy phenomenal.
And did you know that this man was a model and an actor and stuff like that when I met him back in 89? And I was very in awe of that when we had met. That was one thing.
Yeah, you can't tell anymore because I have like some side effects from, if you've seen, Face Off with Nicolas Cage and
His whole face was taken off of on.
Yeah. So I have like 24 titanium screws and a titanium bracket holding my head together.
So, and literally, he was preserved. So, like literally, he is sitting here, a real human being, not a robot, but preserved. And I do believe that's true. Like, I do believe that there is something that's on this earth that we are supposed to do together. I believe that. And so it's that with like all the feels, so many feelings like of friendship, and with friendship comes love and all those things, just talking back and forth. It was very special and very needed. I felt loved. I felt love. And I remember Mitch being very, he likes himself very much. And so do I. I'm telling you.
I was king of the junior prom in 1987 and also king of hearts.
Okay.
At Benson
All
High
these
School,
things.
So,
okay. We like ourselves, and we have joy. Like my life for the last so many years without Mitch in it, I still had joy. I had joy throughout my whole life. With my first marriage, I did have some joy. We played cards with my grandma, all these things, and had a good time. We had joy, but then something happened. And then my second marriage, we had joy. There was joy. Oh, my 3 girls are my joy.
Beautiful children. Yes. Yes.
I love my 3 girls.
Yes.
And they have been my joy for a long time. And I believe that we can find joy in our life, but this joy is so different than any other joy that I've experienced.
I understand what you're saying.
The joy between Mitch and I has been amazing. It's been amazing. Yeah, I feel like I'm home. Like, what is it? What is it, the show Jerry Maguire? Was that in the 80s or no? Was that later?
You complete me.
You complete me. Like, he does. He completes me every time. Like, every time he's thinking something and I'll say something and I'm like, he goes, wait, I was just thinking that. Or I would say the same. And you'd think that we've been reconnected forever. But like, it's been 6 months we've been married? But our reconnection has, I feel like it's been a long time and a long time coming.
And I feel like sometimes personally with me and Brian, like when we first saw each other, 30 years just evaporated and went away. I remember him as 19 years old right before he went on his mission. I was 17. And when I saw him, I didn't see the salt and pepper hair. It was those eyes. It was like, I know those eyes. That is you. It's you. It's always been you.
Yep. And I see, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll look in his eyes and I'm like,
well,
okay.
And I do look like a Q-tip when I don't. This is a dye job. So.
You are a very handsome guy. You guys
This is a dye job too.
Also fine.
Because we're a little bit older, a
little wiser, more mature.
A little wiser. So after my divorce, I moved into this townhome. Then I saw Mitch for the first time. Like, it was May 12th.
I believe that is correct.
In the AM, because I did do a night flight, and I do not like night flights. It was all night. I was so nervous.
Baltimore, Washington International Airport.
So I flew out to see him because I was like, okay, we have to see, if this works. Like,
right.
Or what this is. Because the thing is like when you're talking on the phone and you're just chatting and then you go through things, and our divorces were like, okay, your divorce was April 1st, Mine was the 22nd. Like totally different states. I don't know how that happens. Separate circumstances. Everything happens for a reason. Like I feel like so his was the 20th or 21st. Mine was the 22nd. We had talked about like seeing each other. I bought my ticket and got on the plane. I was so nervous,
Praying the whole time.
what's going to happen? What's going to happen when I see him? Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. And I couldn't sleep. And I got off the plane. And of course, I'm going to bring my toothbrush on the plane because you never know. And I thought this too, because Mitch was in law enforcement. I was like, okay, is he going to talk to the people at the airport and be like, hey, can I see her right when she gets off? You know, because maybe he could do that. So I got off the plane and went to the restroom and he's like, okay, I'm here. I'm waiting. Like, I'm like, I was so nervous. I remember I had my pink jumpsuit on and I just wanted to be comfortable on the plane, but I wanted to be cute too. And because I know him, like, I just don't know him. I just haven't seen him yet.
You're making me nervous just telling the story.
So I look over and there's like, I think there was 3 cops, maybe 2 cops, and that you have to go through them to see somebody on the other side. And I just kind of stood there for a minute and I looked at my phone and then I looked over and he was on the phone and I'm like, I think that's him. Is he on the phone right now?
I was trying to call you.
I was like, what's going on? Okay, I'm so nervous, so sweaty, just everything sweaty. And you could put on enough deodorant like to not sweat, like because you just don't know. It's the unknown. And so I get up to him and I drop my bag when I saw him and we were both just smiling and like we just hugged. That hug lasts forever.
Well, I was the only one in that specific area. So I talked to the airport police and I just said, hey, I have someone coming that I'm going to be meeting. I want to get to the closest place that I can without interfering with security. And so they directed me to an area to where right when she comes through the doors past security, then I was right there. I was the only one there.
There were no doors on this.
No. Yeah. So I was the only one there.
Yeah.
But when she comes through, I saw her over there when I was on the phone. I was like, that's her. I was like, why isn't she answering the phone? She looks so cute. And so I, put the phone down and she, comes over and I'm, like, hey, here I am. And when I hug her, it felt like no hug ever before. Have I had them since? Absolutely. But at that moment in time, there was no hug.
Like there was no, it wasn't like time wasn't even there.
So
we just kept hugging and there was no, like there was nobody around us. It felt like it was just us.
Yeah.
So it's like you're at an amusement park and like nobody's there but you. And I felt that sense too. Like there's been times when we danced in Hawaii and I just felt it was just us. Although there were people taking videos and pictures, but it was just us.
Oh, I know that you've danced together in the parking lot of Brolam's grocery store in Thane, Wyoming one early morning.
We did. So our life has been crazy since, like crazy good. So like with meeting back up, it just felt like normal. It's like no other. You can't really describe it. It's the feelings are just so overwhelming that you just don't know how to describe it. Did I ever feel like I'd be in the situation that I'm in right now? No, never. I never did. I always thought to myself that I would live through my kids.
Right.
My kids are my joy. They've always been my joy. Ever since having my first and my second and my third, they were just my joy. And so I never imagined having this joy. I just never did.
What is marriage like now for both of you together? It's indescribable because you share the same emotion. It's hard to put words on. I just say I'm home.
For me, the huge element, there's 2 just huge elements. One is that she has all of my trust, just 100%. And she had it right from the beginning. It shocked me because I have a career in law enforcement and interviewing individuals that have been detained and or arrested, you learn that trust is earned, not just given freely. And yet there was no hesitation, and it was just 100% trust and safe, feeling safe. Like I could tell her, like in the first text I sent her, I just painted the picture for her. Look, I'm a train wreck. I mean, literally, it's as if a train, drove right over the top of my body. And it is amazing that I can even walk at this point. You don't say that if you're trying to impress somebody. I just implicitly trusted her even before I talked to her, which is weird. That is so weird.
That's the connection. That's that connection, like the twin flame connection or however you want to say it. It's like your souls knew each other before and now you found each other again and are reconnected and feeling that you're on the same like vibration of that spirituality. And that's probably why those are things that are difficult to discuss or hard to like put your thumb on and try and think of a word for it. I just keep saying surreal. It's just surreal. And your guys' story, it's like our story and others similar. I would just say, oh, this is so weird. This is so weird. And then my mom, she just one day said, quit saying it's weird and say it's divine because you can't explain it. It's just from
I love divine.
Well, to me, it is divine.
And I would say that. I would say, this is so weird. This is so weird. And it's true. I would say the same thing. And I was like, you know what? Who was it? I think it was my counselor that I had at the time. And she's like, it's not weird. It's amazing.
It's not weird. It's amazing.
And I'm like, this is amazing. It's amazing. Like, it's amazing that Mitch is here. It's amazing that we reconnected at that specific time. Like, it couldn't be any earlier than that. Like, it had to be at that specific time and that time in my life that I needed someone right then, that day. And that is why when he shares that, hey, I had a feeling to reach out to you twice. And I'm like, I get that because I know that. I know that I needed you right then. It wasn't that I needed you like a little before or a little after. Right then, like within a half an hour time limit, like I needed him to be there. And I'll tell you what, I felt like if anyone else would have reached out to me, like if it were any other boyfriend, friend, any other, it would not be the same. Mitch has always had a little piece of my heart all the time. But when reconnecting, it's like, oh my goodness, like that's it. That's it. It's divine, Jenny. Like it is divine. This is the divine work that we have work to do on this earth. And sometimes you need your light. And I had a light. I had a light with me. I had joy with my girls. I had joy with my friends, but this joy is so different than any other joy that I felt. And as I was talking to Mitch earlier, I was like, I had joy in my life and he had joy in his life. But our joy put together is like a volcano erupting. And that's how I feel. Like it's just there all the time. And it's like, it's never going to wander because we're going to work on this the rest of our lives. Like this is someone that I want to work the rest of my life with and feel this joy every day. And that's
what a gift.
That's what I found.
That's a really good segue because even though there's so much joy here, there are challenges all around us all the time. And to be able to have such an open line of communication and trust, to have, conflict where there's might be slightly different interests, but to be able to talk it through in such an amicable fashion, in a loving fashion, to where the conflict is resolved without any kind of contention whatsoever is just the most wonderful experience.
But you go through it together.
You're not on your own. You're not on your own with it. Yeah.
And you have someone you can trust that has got your back.
Yeah.
It's your rock.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and that's, to me, our engagement was very short and our marriage has only been roughly 6 months and 5 days. And we have had some challenges, but never contention. And to me, that is like, even in a friendship, just with your best friend, that's unheard of to me, for me. there's always like a little bit of competitive nature and a little bit of, contention that surrounds the conflict. Like, I'm going to win this argument, or I'm going to
Yeah.
never. And it's like, I literally feel like I have just opened myself up and been like, hey, this is all in my ugliness. And she's looked at it and been like, I love you. And it's like, what? Do you not see this? What the heck? And she's like, it's okay.
Mhm.
I
But
love
it's
you.
the
It's
same.
okay.
It's the same. I have ugliness too. Like
We all do.
we go through life
Yeah.
without challenges, no way. We're gonna have those all the time. We're gonna have everything hit us left and right. But when you have communication with someone and you have open communication and you also have open communication with your Heavenly Father, there's no
It's limitless.
it's crazy. It's crazy how you feel so amazing and so loved all the time because you have that.
Like today, we went to church for a very short period of time. I've been fighting a little bit, which you might be able to hear.
Of a cold.
We came home and we sang some hymns together. We got on our knees and prayed together. We read about the Savior together. We shared our testimonies together. And it was really peaceful and beautiful. And it's a feeling that goes beyond just what I thought a relationship was supposed to be. Like, I had no idea.
I
had
had no idea.
idea that this
No idea that
existed.
no
I
way.
didn't either.
So,
We're all three there. I had no idea. It's that connection with the divine. And then
Yeah.
once you have that, it lives in your home.
It's in your home. It's so in your home. And I'm telling you,
home.
okay, when I moved into this townhome and I brought my mom's plant, like I've got the cactus, flowering cactus, and I have the peace lily that I got from her funeral. So the cactus has been in the family forever and it never bloomed. So I've had it for 3 years at my previous home and it never bloomed. So I brought it here and I'm telling you, then I don't even know how long it was. Like, I think it was in September or November or October that it bloomed. It started blooming. And I was like, okay, this is a testament to, oh my goodness, I wasn't in a good place, but now I'm in a really good place. Like the feelings and everything is such a good place for me to be and have peace and joy. And I had those. I had joy. I had joy with my girls and I had everything, but like the peace and just the feeling of love and comfort, I think just made my plant bloom. Like it's blown. I think it's done it 3 times since. Like it's so crazy to me. Like amazing, right? Amazing.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And that was your mom's. That was Cindy's.
Yeah.
I will back up a little bit before Mitch reached out via text. Cindy, Darice's mom, passed away just weeks before Brian and I got married. And I know how sad it was. And Darice was really having a hard time and not being able to pick up the phone and call your mom. And so for Mitch to have that inspiration at the time that he did to reach out to Darice, I can't help but think that she might have had a little something to do with that.
oh, I know she did. I won't tell you.
There was, yeah, my mom. Oh yeah, she definitely had a piece of this because life isn't always what you hope it would be. Life can be totally different and totally different than what you thought. Um, my mom knew me and she knew my struggles and all those things. She still had that love for me always. And that's when I feel like when I moved into this townhome, that when it flowered, I was like, yeah.
She was welcoming you home.
Yeah. And she knew. She knew. And it's not because we all go through struggles in life. All of those things, we come in contact with people all the time with different struggles, but it's just finding that peace and joy in your life that everybody's looking for.
Okay, and that leads me to my last question. What would you say to someone that's listening who feels like love has passed them by? and they don't have any hope. What advice would you give them?
I think that for me, when you've given up hope and you understand that it is not like, well, there's a ton of fish out there in the sea and I can make this work with anybody. That's not reality. Just be patient, give it time, and there's a really good chance that that door is going to open up for you unexpectedly and that, love will enter into a place to where there is just no hope. Because I was not looking to date or I was not looking to try to foster any kind of intimate relationship, and miracles happen.
That is so true. I was not looking for that either. Telling you, I was not looking for that at all. Like, I was just like, just help me and bring me peace. And I had said, here you go. Like, what can I do? For those listeners out there, if you have a feeling of faith and know that there is someone out there looking out for us, he is there. So give it all to him and be like, you know what? Help me. And he'll be there to help you.
And even though it is a matter of perspective, from my perspective, miracles happen every single day, every moment of every day. Whether I choose to recognize them or not, they're there and they happen. And for me, this is such a miracle and one that I just cannot express my gratitude for. I cannot adequately do that. Do I get on my knees and say thank you? Absolutely, I do. But even doing that, it just doesn't seem to be enough. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Mitch, thank you for reaching out to Darice. I remember when she called Brian and I, when I first said in the introduction, we were in the wilds of Wyoming and our signal kept going in and out, and she's trying to tell us the story. And we're like, what's next? And then the signal went out and then we had to call back and we only got bits and pieces of it all. And it was just like, oh my heck, this is so amazing. So happy for both of you. And thank you so much for sharing such personal insights and your story and being vulnerable, getting out here and sharing this for other people that can help someone else.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Yeah.
And I really do hope that it touches somebody because
me too.
Miracles do happen.
Me too. I totally didn't think it would ever. So really, there was just no, in my life, it wasn't, this would not have happened. I get to a point where I just don't believe it a lot of times, but it is happening right now. And it's like, I can't believe this, but it's real. Like, it is real. That it can totally happen to you.
Well, and you're a testament to that too. So
that's why I'm playing it forward. I want to keep this going.
I love that. Yes, and if any of you listeners have a story too, reach out to Jenny.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Everybody wants to hear it.
We're building a community of second chances. Sometimes love doesn't come when you expect it, and sometimes it comes back when you need it most. If you're listening and feeling like love is impossible or you've missed your chance, we're living proof it's never too late. Stay open, stay hopeful. The next chapter might surprise you. Darice and Mitch's story is more than just a reunion. It's a reminder that healing is possible, that timing matters, and that love, real deep spiritual love, you can find when you least expect it. If this conversation gave you a spark of hope, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. And don't forget to subscribe, rate, and follow for more second chance stories, because love, joy, and healing aren't just for the movies. They're real, and they might be closer than you think.
And it's love that gets me through.